Welcome back, everybody. Now we have an excerpt from Caffey Talk with Claire Sadlier and Francis O'Brien. This sensitive and moving performance, inspired by Eva Ensler's Vagina Monologues, pulls the curtain back on women's issues and lets the light in. These are the stories of every woman. This show challenges stereotypes and tells secrets. It is a unique interpretation of growing up female in Ireland, written and performed by the Limerick Women Warriors. Caffey Talk.
Spinning Heart. I never read romance. I like to keep up with modern novels myself.
Well, Spinning Heart isn't a romance, and it is a modern novel. I'm surprised you haven't heard of Donal Ryan. He's local. It was amazing to be longlisted for the Man Booker Prize with his first novel.
No. Anyhow, 'tis lovely to be able to come in and sit down and relax and watch the people passing by. Would you look at those young ones, the way they're dressed? Should they half naked? They're asking for it, in my opinion.
Asking for what exactly? And why can't they wear what they want? Do you remember when we were in school, we were taught that no matter what happened to us, it was always going to be our fault? Are you enjoying your cappuccino?
Yeah, it's very nice. I notice you always drink Americanos. Cappuccinos are lethal, of course, loaded with calories. Being overweight is so disgusting. Sometimes I feel like a beached whale.
Well, maybe if you made small changes, like drinking black coffee and eating fewer chips, you might feel better about yourself.
Yeah, it's easy for you to talk. You got the right genes. Well, I suppose I'm not that fat, really. Would you look at the one with the bump over there? Here's my face. My ass is coming in earnest.
Well, her behind may be big, but isn't she proud of it? And isn't she right? Life would be very dull if we all looked the same.
See that person, fella?
Oh yeah, he's very handsome, isn't he? I would fancy him big time. The men are so much more stylish than they were in our generation.
He's all right. If you were young and interested. Sure, I'm old enough to be his mother. And so are you, for that matter. How's Paddy these days, by the way?
Well, Paddy's tired. He's doing a lot of overtime. Richie's off to college in October, so we can't afford a holiday. He's worked so hard. I hope it works out for him.
God, how you can afford to educate 5 kids is more than I know. I couldn't do without at least 2 holidays every year. So look at that fella. No, look at the one. You see? The one with the hair. Oh, my God, she must have at least 6 different shades in it, and none of them hitting the roots. Why can't women leave their hair alone and be happy with what the good God gave them?
What's God got to do with hair colour? Have you ever anything positive to say about anyone, Helen? Looking perfect all the time isn't a priority for many women. If you'd had a family of your own, you wouldn't have time to be running around the shops buying clothes you don't need and worrying about what you look like all the time.
Well, sure, if you have it to spend, why not spend it in yourself and enjoy yourself? You'd spend it too if you had it. Look at the fella that's passing out. Good speed he's walking at. Would you love to have his energy?
That's Willie O'D. He must be on his way to a funeral. I wonder now, would he be in as much of a hurry if it was his own?
Do you see the fella that's walking behind him? He looks familiar somehow.
Do you know what? He's a spitting image of Leo in Fair City.
Right, of course, the soaps. I never look at those things. How people can spend hours looking at that rubbish, I don't know.
You're here.
I suppose it's because it's like real life.
Real life, drugs, gays, sex, and fighting all the time. Fat women with fake tans and fake boobs. What's real about that? I don't know anyone who carries on like that.
I know.
Still cleaning the offices.
Yeah, sure it's working away, helps pay the bills. Didn't you meet my friend Maggie at my last year's Christmas party?
I did, you?
Well, a terrible thing happened to her daughter. She was attacked last Wednesday night on her way home for the 21st.
God. I suppose the young one was drunk.
And why do you suppose that? And even if she was, does it give the man permission to drag her into the bushes and assault her?
Ah, sure, that's men for you. They think they can do what they like, whatever they like, and they get away with it.
No, Helen, that's really not fair. Not many men are like that. God, you've got to be a right man-hater since John left.
We haven't indeed. Sure, John, he wasn't the worst, you know. At least he never hit me.
Wasn't the worst? What about all the name-calling? Stupid, cow, bitch.
How do you know what he said or didn't say?
Well, I was with you often enough. I could see what was happening.
You never said.
Well, it's a very difficult subject to bring up, and in a way you were always praising him.
Well, he's off with a young one now. Let him boss her around. How's that young one, Amy, anyhow?
Well, Amy's all right. She's pretty shaken. She managed to fight the guy off. But what could have happened really doesn't bear thinking of.
There's a young one living near me, dresses like a slapper, out drinking every night. She accused a neighbour of mine lately of attacking her and made false allegations to the Gardaí.
Well, how do you know the allegations were false?
Because I know the man, he's a good man. He does all sorts of charitable work in the parish. He looks after the elderly and the youth club. He even collects at mass.
So?
She wouldn't rape anyone. He's known her and her family for years.
Well, statistics tell us that most women are raped by somebody they know.
Statistics. God's sake. The next thing you'll be saying is the young one was a victim. I've seen her out and about, and she's no angel. Dressed like a slapper and drunk, and drinks herself into a stupor every weekend. If anything, she led him on. And then when she sobered up, she changed her mind and concocted a story to suit herself.
What age is she?
16.
16? She's only a child.
She doesn't act like a child.
Well, are you saying she was asking for it?
No, but... Oh yes, you can cook her, teasing and tormenting, and expect to get away with it. That's the trouble with these young ones. They think they can dress any way they like, and then they're shocked when they're attacked.
So you're saying that depending on what you wear and what you might do, that you're liable to be raped? So if I go out and wear a short skirt and have a few drinks at the weekend, anything might happen to me?
No, you're taking me up all wrong. Sure, everyone knows the man is a hero of story. You and your facts and your modern notions, you think you know everything these days.
Well, I know a fair bit. I've done a lot of courses over the years.
What kind of courses?
The last one I did was called the Vagina Monologues.
What? Vaginas? My God. What were you talking about?
Vaginas!
Vaginas, girl.
Yes, vaginas. They're a normal body part, just like your arse or your elbow. Why should we be speaking about them? We talked about the roles of women in societies all over the world and the forms of violence that happen. God, there are some terrible stories, and women have no escape.
Sure, if they don't like what they have, won't they get up and go in the name of God?
Well, how can they go? If I wasn't happy with Paddy, how could I put a roof over the children's heads? How could I feed them?
Well, that Nigella Lawson, after what he did to her last year, she didn't leave, and she could have well afforded to leave. I think he was sick of her that time, and all her own carry-on on television. Do you remember that old Christmas special she did? Every man in the country was glued to the television watching her giving the old turkey its briny back. All boobs and finger licking.
So she deserved what happened to her.
No, but...
But what, Helen? And anyway, she did leave eventually. And these things are never that simple. And do you know why women don't leave? They don't leave because they're afraid. afraid that if they do leave, the man will make good on his promise and actually kill her. More of my facts.
God, you're fierce hard work these days. I can't understand how you can do all those courses. What with educating all those kids you have?
Well, there's plenty of affordable ones in the community centres, you know. You could suss out one or two for next September.
Community centres? Sure, I wouldn't be seen dead in a community centre. You would know who you'd be mixing with.
Oh, for goodness sake. You know what? You're just impossible.
Thank you very much, Claire Sadlier and Francis O'Brien with Cafe Talk. Now a song from Sean MacLeod.
Very much. There's nothing particularly helpful about the song, but I feel. I heard once there was a place, it's an endless, boundless space, with the light, it shone from inside. And lovers laid for hours in the dreams amongst their flowers, and I think they called it paradise. But now we fight and we hate, we criticize and we slate, we've lost all sense of their time. And we grimace and we frown, and we put each other down, and we've lost ourselves in a lie. So we might as well kiss it all goodbye. And your siren screams in the shadows of your dreams, and the nightmares start to come alive. And Mrs. Shelley's monster comes creeping up upon you like a hurricane blown through the night. Now we shudder and we shake till our body starts to ache, and the life inside you has died. And those bulldogs and those cowards in a struggle for their power don't care if you live or you die. So you might as well kiss it all goodbye. Yeah, you might as well kiss it all goodbye. Where's the promise of this hope gone? Don't you feel like staying inside your room? But it's time for waking up. Wake up and shake it up. Wake up and shake up soon. Have they brought us down to nothing? They brought us down to nothing. Have they brought us down to nothing? Have they brought us down to nothing? And the earth is consumed, the kingdom is ruined, the light of love has gone blind. The moon will erode, the sun will explode, the stars will fall from the sky. So you might as well kiss it all goodbye. So you might as well kiss it all goodbye. They brought us down to nothing, and they brought us down to nothing. Yeah, you might as well kiss it all goodbye. Yeah, you might as well kiss it all goodbye. Yeah, you might as well kiss it all goodbye.